Oh, good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I apologize. Maybe some of you were like, I'm not into the live stream. I'd rather watch my value hunting as a recorded video. Well, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't feel like editing. So there you go. There you have it. There's some behind the scenes. I don't want to edit this afterwards. So we're doing it as a live stream. Who do we got? This is a nice intimate too. You know, we're usually live before lock. There's like 160 of you here. This is like my core four, you know. We get Shindro up in here. Sneeps is here. We got Matic, Otto, Zeely. I feel you. CC Bus is here. Shindro again. What's up, Jared? Look, we get two OKC bros here. Jared and our guy Iron Gavin Pogo. We love that. Love that. Ian's here as well. Yeah, so I mean, same old, right? This is what we're just gonna break down the slate a little bit. It was brought to my attention Martin Luther King Day tomorrow over here in the United States, and so as always, basketball starts early, so that's a full day. We'll still do a live before lock though, so I think we'll have to do the show at like 11:30 Eastern if I'm correct, right? That locks around 12. Yeah, 1 day and 3 hours. So what's that? Yeah, locks at like 12:30. So what we'll do is probably at 11:15 a.m. Eastern, so basically 26 hours from now, a little less than that, we'll fire up live before lock. So we'll do a little midday action. So it'll be a lot of streaming tomorrow. I was looking at game week 24 too. No like special tournaments again. I feel like that's like a month in a row. One other thing I just want to say before we get into it, because I know a lot of people in the chat got like absolutely destroyed by some stuff this game week. I think it's good to be like annoyed by it, myself included. Right, I'm gonna pull up my roster. I think it's good to be annoyed by it, but I don't think it should change the process that much in some of these cases. And so like I'm gonna show you my lineup quickly over here. My rare contender was off to an incredible start, right? We had Fred VanVleet drop to 68 on him. Jalen Duren, who was like, I honestly probably should have been at 45, but some soft hands, finished with 39. Nembhard still has a game today. He got to 27. McConnell got to 38. And then Thad Young, or as I like to say, Sad Young, am I right? Thad Young, you know, you blew it, in the words of Billy Madison, right? Or is it, Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore? Billy Madison, hey, you blew it, right? And I think you should be annoyed and frustrated, but I think I'd run that back again. I think we got a little unlucky. He fouled the crap out of Walker Kessler, John Collins, and Lauri Markkanen. Like he was just handsy. He was very handsy out there against the Utah Jazz in that game on Friday night. I think the risk that you could run it back with on that is that, like, hey, listen. And George brought this up actually in live before lock. They only had one game, so you never know when foul trouble is going to happen, and we ran into it. Now, that being said, the dude had a cap of 3, man. So it's kind of hard, you know, you don't get that 68 from Freddie, you know, you're not able to make that lineup work in that situation. So I don't think you should just like blow it up and be like, dude, my process is broken. I still think it was a smart, and maybe this is just me saying it to make myself feel better. I think it's still the right move there. And I would do it again, and then I would still complain about it again afterwards. That's kind of where I'm at with that. And I know we ran into that with Memphis too, because instead of the song "Walking in Memphis," it's just like getting hurt in Memphis. We saw Desmond Bane get dinged up in that first game on Friday. He got ruled out for Sunday. Jaren Jackson Jr. They're like, you know what, dude? What are we doing? You should take the night off too. Jaren Jackson was out, so like there was. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, hold on. Did I need David Roddy? Yeah, Shindo right there said I got Bane with the cap of 42 and he got 26 and got injured. Yeah, I mean, like, that's going to happen. And so I guess this is a good thing to pivot to right now. Speaking of that Bane injury, we don't really know what Memphis is going to look like moving forward. I mean, we can like box score hunt a little bit. I imagine Bane misses. They didn't rule him out right away yesterday. That is a good sign. I'm going to, in my own heart of hearts, project that he misses one more game, at least, because there's no reason to rush him back. I wanted to pull up what their box score looked like yesterday. So they actually kept that game close to the Knicks. Brunson sat. But so you had Tillman, who we're going to talk about. He played 36 minutes. His usage was higher because of no Jaren Jackson Jr., but they let go of Biyombo. They still don't have Brandon Clark. So Tillman's still going to be somebody that we're rolling out there. He'll probably be the first guy that we look at. David Roddy also played a ton of minutes, and he was fine. Luke Kennard was out there. Vince Williams Jr. I think, like, from that Memphis situation, Vince Williams Jr. and Xavier Tillman are probably guys that you can play moving forward. I think both of those guys, you run with that. Nicholas in the chat says, I mean, Bane is built like a Ninja Turtle. He'll be back soon. Great point. Great point. Let's go over to Tillman here. I'm going to tell you real quick. So Tillman projects as one of the best value plays this game week. He has a cap of 14, and he's projected for over 30 points. They have 2 games, and it's not a back-to-back, so we love that. So let's go over to the market to see how much Tillman has boosted. Oh my God, I won that $5, baby. You can see that right there. Let's go see what Tillman looks like here. Xavier, also a great name. Xavier's a great name. So $14.57. His rare's up to 57. So if you don't have Xavier yet, you missed the boat. I almost picked him up for like 30 on Friday and didn't do it. But I will say this is probably like Tillman's still going to be a really good play. But when Jaren Jackson Jr. is back, like his ceiling comes down. We're not going to see like what did he end up dropping last night? Was it like did he get to 50? No, 50 might have been too high. What was his font? 43. All right, and that's in rare, but 40 and 43. So actually, let me take that back because Jaren Jackson Jr. did play in that Clippers game. So Tillman, obviously a really solid play. I don't really know. Great cheaper option for Tillman is Isaiah Jackson. Let me pull up. I mean, Isaiah Jackson is fine, but I think we want some people to be missing games, right? He's got a cap of 14 and projects for 24, also 2 games. Yeah, actually, it's a great call, Nicholas. That's a great call there. Let's look at, I'm sorry, Isaiah Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Let's see what his price point looks like here. A lot of Jacksons. All right. Yeah, look at this. $4. His rare. His year 2s are 4 and 42. Let's see what his year 1 looks like. $16. That's a great call, man. Great call. I like that a lot, Nick. Best pick of 12. All right, hold on. Before we do that, RDPR, I'm going to go through some of the plays that I wanted to highlight here. So there was another situation. Sorry, I put some notes in the Discord. Let me get back to that here real quick. I just want to make sure I touch my stuff before I get sidetracked here. So, yeah, we talked about the Grizzlies, the Thad Young thing. So with no Thad Young, or with the desecration of Thad Young, Jonte Porter. I don't know. Does he have a card yet? No, he doesn't have a card yet. Is he auctioned off yet? Michael Porter Jr.'s brother? No auctions yet for him either. Okay, so we can't talk about Jonte Porter. He looks great though. With Thad Young getting into trouble, he looked awesome. He looked really good. We're gonna talk about Killian Hayes one more time. So Killian Hayes has a cap of 13 right now. His cap has really come down because you know why? He's a very bad basketball player. But with a cap of 13 and then missing all those guys, I mean, and it's actually not priced crazily. So he's got a cap of 13, projects for in the 30s, we said, right? What did he do yesterday or this weekend? 26. So, like, that's not a home run, but when he doubles up his cap, we like that, right? And the Pistons have 2 games this game week, so that's good. Somebody else I wanted to shout out who I swear to God looks broken, but there is a possibility that it gets the narrative gets flipped tonight. So, like the Beam, the Sacramento Kings have been really bad, but De'Aaron Fox, his cap is all the way down now to freaking 39. 39. He projects over 50 points. Now, he also plays Milwaukee tonight. So maybe everyone's off the Fox scent right now because, again, he's been playing pretty bad basketball. But the Milwaukee Bucks refuse to defend point guards. And we saw it last night where the Warriors kept this game kind of close. Steph Curry didn't even play. And it wasn't Klay Thompson because Klay Thompson is washed, but it was the pod god, Brandon Pajemski, who went off in that game. So hopefully Fox kind of sets this right. But if we don't want to play Fox and you want a value guy, because that's what this show is about, Kevin Herter, who got dinged up and missed the game, his cap is only 12 right now, and he projects for over 26 points. So this is pretty solid. I kind of like this. I like the Kevin Herter thing. I'm going to pull up Thad Young too as well, because I know we've talked about him at length, but Thaddeus, his cap's still only 9. And so, did we like it way more at 3? You damn right. But at 9, I do think it's still going to be in play. And one thing, like when we talk about like, because I saw somebody mention Killian Hayes is chalk. I totally agree with this, Wolf. This is going to be the opposite. Thad Young will end up being in contrarian play this next game week because he was so bad. So if you're worried about like everybody playing the same guy, I don't think that is going to be the case with this. Nick saying McBride is a cap of 10 and has 3 games. He's been playing well as backup point guard and has a chance. Yeah, so McBride has not really been projecting very well, but now he's got a cap of 10 and he projects for 14 with 3 games in the game week. Now, if they hadn't just rested Brunson, I would have been more excited about this. Well, let's see. What did McBride do in last night's game with no Brunsanity? I know it really became the Randall and Hartenstein thing. So here we go. Still relative. I mean, his price got bumped up a little bit, but let's see what this. 38 with no Brunson. So yeah, listen. You know what's nice about this play? Good call, good shout, Nick. Is that if Brunson does play all 3 games, he's still fine. And if Brunson does rest one of these games, or honestly, even if Randall rests, because there's just so many more shots to go around. I like that. Good call out there. All right, RDPR was asking about a cap of 12, guys with a cap of 12. I mean, I think we talked about a lot of them so far, but hold on. I think if Jonte Porter played, Kevin Herter is going to be the one that projects the best for caps of 12. Let me see if I can find another one that pops. There's one for 11, Trendon Watford. Also, I want to pay attention to what Brooklyn's doing. I feel like Brooklyn has a move coming soon. We're going to see some moves and some shakes. All right. Ian says thoughts on this trade. I send Jamal Cain, Lamar Stevens, and Corey Joseph. Is that Lamar Stevens? Yeah, dude. Those are 3 guys that aren't going to play basketball. I know Corey Joseph seems enticing right now. I just want to remind you guys that Corey Joseph is bad at basketball. So even with all, like, Steph missed the game, right? So his cap is 4. That's why it's enticing, a cap of 4. Maybe this is like the smaller Thad Young version. But real quick, let's just see what Corey Joseph did last night against the aforementioned Milwaukee Bucks, who were bad at defense. So with no Steph Curry, he got 12. He got 12. Okay. So if anybody's too excited about Corey Joseph, if Corey Joseph is his price is jumping right now, sell that ish. When Cam Thomas wake up game. That's what I'm saying, man. The Brooklyn Nets have to trade some of these wings. They got to move some wangs around. Lonnie Walker and Cam Thomas cap are attractive and played very well last game. Yeah, we gotta wait though. There's just too many dudes, man. There's too many dudes. You got Dinwiddie, Dennis Smith Jr., Royce O'Neal, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges. Like, there's just too many dudes. Like, even their bigs, which they don't have a lot of bigs, but it's like Nick Claxton can't have a ceiling game because Day'Ron Sharpe is pretty good. They've just got a lot of C+, B- guys, and that's why where they are in the East. Somebody mentioned about Luka. Is Luka coming back? I was actually pretty surprised that he missed the last game, but Dallas keeps winning without Luka. So I guess they're just like, hey, man, you did a lot of heavy lifting with no Kyrie. Take a breather, get an inhaler, right? So there's that. But also staring at this guy, Joel Embiid, I think he was already ruled out for his next game. I think he can only miss 8 games now. The 2 other guys I want to talk about are the Pacers and TJ McConnell, who Jeb likes to say will go ham on MLK Day. TJ McConnell, so his cap is still at 21. That's what it was going into this game week. And he had a really solid performance last night. He came in on Friday, and he had, I think it was 9 dimes in the first half. He was just cooking. And because his cap's up to 21, his price isn't crazy, right? You see him 34 and 34 back-to-back game weeks there. Yeah, they got Denver tonight. That's going to be a fun one. And then Nembhard, who I know people don't seem to like to play Nembhard, but both of these Pacers guards, as long as Tyrese Halliburton is not going to be playing, both of these guys are going to be great plays. Now, his price has jumped up a little bit more because that cap even came, I think it was 15 going into this game week, and now it's 13. And both of those guys, just so you know, for projection purposes, Nembhard has a cap of 13, projects for 26. And McConnell, TJ McConnell, cap of 21, projects for 34. So both of those guys, yeah, TJ should start. Nembhard is really clumsy. I think Nembhard has way more upside, can do a little bit more defensively for them. But I agree. I mean, I love TJ. The Hoggy says thoughts on buying players for the All-Star game and 3-point dunk contest. Yeah, I mean, we saw what they did last year, right? So if you're relatively new, last year what they did is they did a contest that was like the rookie versus sophomore contest, and they put all of these all-star game weekends into one contest. So you had to pick some guys that played on Friday, some guys that played on Saturday in the 3-point contest and the dunk contest, and then I think you even played somebody who played on Sunday too, right? So yeah, I mean I think you could do that. I think you could take a shot at that. TJ has high upside. Yeah, they both have. I mean, I think both TJ and for full disclosure, I'm playing both of those pros. Both of them are in my lineup this game week. Both of them will be in my lineup next game week. So I think both of those guys are great plays there. All right, what else you got? You guys have any more questions for me? I'll hang for, what are we, 15 minutes in? The show usually goes 10, so I'll hang for like 5 more minutes. Mathurin is not a good pick with the no, I think Mathurin's fine. I mean, all of these Pacers I think are fine. I think his cap coming up to 25 makes it a little less sexy, but he projects for over 30 points. And you want to talk about upside. I mean, Benedict can score like 40 actual points out there. So I think Benedict Mathurin is totally fine. I think his price, though, when you compare it to both, like McConnell and Nembhard, both basically project the same as Benedict. And then you look at Benedict's price, and his is, his rare's up to $63. And I think that's just because he's a little bit sexier, RDPR, is it safe that we gotta wait. Like I can't project that. I don't know. I would like Herder on the projects really well. We don't know if he's going to be playing. So, if you don't have him, I mean, like, I don't know if I'd go out and buy Kevin Herder. Let's see. What's Herder's price point here? 41. Yeah, it's kind of inflated already, right? Because he gets such a great play. So let's see that. Need the skills challenge on it. I know, right? Şengün, yeah, I can give you. I mean, Şengün looked awesome against the Celtics last night. The Boston Celtics, by the way, 19 at home this season, franchise record there. So Şengün is a cap of 46 with a projection of 48, and Allen, who's been playing like freaking Jokic, is a cap of 47 with a projection of 44. What about Hawkins? So Jordan Hawkins went insane last night. I think he scored 32 or 34 actual points, like real life points. And I'm mad about it because I called it before the slate locked yesterday on Underdog anyways. And I was doing a lot of drafts and I was like, oh, that's a great call up. But Hawkins, Brandon Ingram sat, CJ McCollum sat, and Zion sat. So like the context matters, right? So like the 3 highest usage guys for the New Orleans Pelicans didn't play in that game. So I think, I don't know. I wouldn't do that yet. I mean, I like him, but like right now, everybody's thinking about him, and he's not going to play as much. He bought Fox last week. His cap is going down rapidly. Yeah, I mean, again, he projects awesome. All right, I'm looking to buy McBride or Herder. Yeah, I mean, Herder's got way more upside. McBride is like fine, and then if Brunson doesn't play, he's awesome. Reese says he got Bam, Brown, and Randall. Can't play them all. What 2 would you play? I'm always playing Bam when there's no Jimmy. So Bam has a cap of 43 with a projection of 48. Randall has a cap of 43 with a projection of 53. So it feels like that's going to be the 2. And then Jaylen Brown, I know Jaylen Brown has been playing really good. He's got a cap of 36 with a projection of 43. But if cap doesn't matter, I'm just taking Bam and Randall, even though I'm a Celtics homer kid. But yeah, let me just see if I missed anybody else here. We talked about Tillman, Hayes, Herder, Porter, Thad, TJ. I mean, David Roddy, who I talked about a little bit at the beginning. Derek White's cap has finally come down a little bit to 31. I mean, it's not too sexy, but he's there. And Kyle Kuzma. Let's talk about Kuzma real quick. He's got a cap of 30. So his cap has come down even further than it was for Live Before Lock when I think it's come down a point. So the Kuz Here you go, $11 and $39, cap of 30. He's going to be a great play. He's going to be a great play. So there you go. There you have it. They should put any, yeah, man, I know the special competition thing is weird. I think maybe they were saying they were focused on France, which is, probably true, but you didn't really do a contest for France either. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I'll put this here at the end. I love this game. This game is really, that sounded like an NBA ad. I love this game. I do. I think that like DFS on daily fantasy sports for the NBA is annoying. Season long is annoying. They have found a good thing here. It does feel like though that it is a little bit of an afterthought. So I hope we see some movement here heading into the playoffs. Like I bet we'll have a sick playoff contest like the IST. Just so it makes it seem like they care about it. And I know that they do care about it. I've met the people that work in the NBA product. I know they work really hard. I want to see like the greater Sorare, the bigger Sorare brand care about basketball a little bit more. Azili says, can we trust Walker Kessler cap with 26 with 3 games, including back-to-back the last 6 games? He's not playing more than 20 minutes. Yeah. They've got a lot of dudes right now, man. I think with 3 games, though, you can just hope they sit John Collins or Lauri Markkanen for one of them. But Utah's got a good thing going right now, right? Who did they blow out last night? Who did they beat last night? They beat they didn't blow them out, but they beat the Lakers by 7. Real quick. So the Jazz in the last 10, I think, are like 7-3. What are they? No, 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 5 in a row. The Utah Jazz are in the 9 seed. They have a full freaking game and a half lead over the Lakers. They're ahead of the Rockets. They are literally a half game back of the Phoenix Suns. Incredible. All right, let's call it there. Yeah, Keontae's a good call. So just a reminder, tomorrow, that almost fell out. Tomorrow, live before lock will be at 11:15, I think. 11:15, 11:30, because lock is really early tomorrow. So just, make sure you pay attention to that. Click all the links, subscribe to the channel. I don't know, leave all the videos on loop. Let's get this up. I will say too, I mentioned this, I think at the end of live before lock, we're going to be putting together like a VIP package for Team Hold So Rare, where we're going to have like 2 shows a week behind the paywall. And for value hunting, something that I'm going to start doing. I'm also interested in your feedback on this, if you have things that you would like to see. But for value hunting, I do like research before I do the video. What I'm going to start doing is for like the VIP people, and again, it's going to be like a couple bucks a month. I'm going to like list the some of those plays and projections in like the VIP community chat so that you have access to it before the video goes up. So anyways, we're just tinkering. We're tinkering a little bit. But anyways, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your weekend. If you're an NFL fan, we get some more playoff football, and then we get a lot of basketball tomorrow to enjoy. So that's going to be fun. But all right, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Appreciate everyone tuning in. We are out of here.